Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning. Thought we'd mix things up a bit and do a game of chess. If you can hear crunching sounds in the background, it's not an audio fault. I've just fed the kittens, so they're all munching away on their food, so ignore. Right, we're going to do 50. I'm at 1401, man. 1401. Yeah, I know. Played a few. Okay, brilliant. Played a few 10-minuters. With mixed results. Okay. So I was wanting to get into a Benko, and they haven't played c4. But this looks quiet to me. Yeah, they're blocking in the bishop. Okay, opponent's 1257. You notice that when you play like a dunce, your chess.com pairs you with weaker players, and if you're on a roll, then you tend to find you get opponents who are higher rated than you. Righto. Okay, okay. So what I'm going to... Hunty, relax. Get a grip, man. Right. And breathe. Right, what we're going to do, boys and girls, is we're going to try and play 1600 level chess, if possible. Right, that's my goal. So, my opponent is playing this like a collie style, which is a bit like the London, but you play pawn to e3 before bringing the queen's bishop out. That bishop will linger for a while. So we can assume that we're playing against this dark square pawn chain. Therefore, to me, a kingside fianchetto doesn't make a lot of sense, but a queenside one certainly does, because we've got a free line there, and our opponent has not started this. If they did this now, I can stick my bishop straight on b7 and take ownership. Okay, so out comes the bishop, London style. And I'm also going to... So, what is 1600 level chess? It's a very good question. I've been 1600, I've been 1670 before, so... Ooh. Well, there's a few things. One is that you will start to... You'll take your time, you'll consider your moves. You will think, if I do A, what's going to happen? Assuming my opponent is going to play the best responses. But also if you don't. If I play B, if I play C, and then you look at those pictures and you decide which one you prefer. I think this just wins a rook. I think this is just a blunder. I can't see any problem with it. He can't save the rook. The rook cannot move. So the rook is in... It's like a dovetail mate pattern. He can't retreat. There's nowhere to go. And you can just pretty much resign from there, I think. What a funny move, pawn to f4. Okay, he's playing on. Good. We shall have us that rook. Okay, the question is, do I want to try and save my bishop? So obviously I've got two pieces attacking that, but he's got two defenders, right? So I will lose a piece in return for the pawn. I'm thinking about pawn to d5. Pawn to d5 and he pushes. My bishop then has a protected square supported by the pawn, right? Excuse me. Even if he pushes and I have to put my knight back, might be an idea. So when you find a good idea, look for a better one. Knight out here doesn't really help. I think the e4 pawn is, or the e4 square is the key here. And I really don't have to rush, because I'm a piece up. I'm a rook up, actually. Okay. d4. Knight takes, pawn takes, oops. Pawn takes, then the bishop takes, and that's fine. e4 pushes. Knight retreats back to g8, and he's overextended in the middle. I can't see a problem, okay? And that right there is 1400 level thinking, okay? Can't see a problem, sod it, let's do it, yeah? If I'd thought on a little bit more, we're getting 1500, 1600 level thinking. You know what I mean? There's no secret to it, right? I had a really good chess lesson yesterday. And one of the things I said in the lesson was that the top players, grandmasters and whatever, when you see them playing in the World Championship, they've got the same information as you've got, right? They also have 64 squares, and they start with 16 pieces and 16 pawns on the board, same as you. The rules are the same. It's all exactly the same. The playing field is completely level. The difference is what they do with the information. So the first thing that you have to do, okay, is pushed. Right, and I already established I could retreat the knight, but now my bishop can come here, right, which is actually an outpost. Sometimes backwards is the way forwards. So number one, what's the information? You have to gather all. Look at what he's doing with Crazy Freddy. I thought I was the Mad Freddy guy. Wow. I'm inclined to do this and get my queen out with check. I think that's just going to cause mayhem, isn't it? This guy's a nutter. I mean, I also have bishop out to e4 at some point. I don't have to play it yet. If he tries to block in any way, right, there's no pawns that can block, right? They no g-pawn. That pawn can't help, and these pawns are up the wrong end of the board. So I am playing e6. Again, if he pushes, I can take, check, you know. Mate in 147. Maybe he's a snooker fan, I don't know. Okay, now I don't have to do anything right now because I can just snatch that knight at any point. But what he's doing is he's prevented that. Okay, so let's say I take the knight, queen takes, queen h4, check. Either the king moves or the queen blocks. Either way, that king's moving. Okay, so I don't do that first. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is also a fork. I'm attacking the king and the pawn at the same time. Queen's good at forking. All pieces can fork, by the way, even the king. Kings don't fork a lot. But for example, a king can fork a bishop and a rook if they're next to each other. Okay, I'm simply going to simplify because I'm up 6 materials. Okay, if I push and he pushes that, I don't want that. I do not want that. I think it's probably a good idea to push c6 or a6. Reason to stop either his knight or his bishop coming in here. Let's push a6. I'll probably bring... Excuse me. Right, that's got it. Bring my knight out. Probably long castle. No reason why not. But I think the action is going to be up the h-file. Ain't no queens on the board. You know. Opponent is an absolute nutcase. What are the bets that I get a 1600 level thing after this win? I have to win. Absolutely have to win. Yeah, woken up with a little bit of a sore throat. A bit of a sore throat and a sniffle today. This will be detoxifying. Knight out, knight here. Yeah, if I can snatch the bishop off, no worries. Also, I have this. You know, looking for ways to force trades of material. Let's just do it. You know, I don't mind if he has the bishop pair in the end. It's just whatever I can swap off is good. But I'm thinking probably okay. I'm inclined to push h5 and just start my campaign up that side of the board. Knight here also makes some sense. I'm not going to short castle. It just seems to defy all reason. This pawn's undefended, so I think knight c6, attacking the pawn. Bishop comes here. I might even snatch the knight off and mess up his pawns. Okay, well that kind of forces my hand. Bishop takes. Bishop takes also defends the pawn on d4. But knight out anyway is never a bad thing. Right. Right. Now, do we have to castle? Now if this and pushes. Got two attackers on there, you know. Here. Taketh, taketh. Don't mind that at all. So I may not even bother to castle here. And the reason is because I might strike out with pawns on both edges of the board, both sides. No, I can't put my rook on a1 because of this bishop. Man, crazy stuff. Okay, well I can recapture. There's no more firepower aimed at that pawn. He can have this one. Then I might just castle, you know. Connect my rooks, chop my pawns up. This pawn's also hanging. Hits this bishop. Bishop's going to go to there, I should imagine. In which case I might just drop back to a8. Bishop from there still defends his pawn as well. I might even kick at a bishop. What are you killing there? Oi! Stop it. What even are you doing? Stop it. See, how I can concentrate at all is a complete mystery. I think I'm doing incredibly well here. Right. Up comes his king. If I push, take, that's okay. E4 would be fine here. It breaks. That makes this actually a passed pawn. This is not a passed pawn because it can be intercepted by another pawn. This is not a passed pawn. It can be intercepted by another pawn. I have 7 pawns still on the board. Okay. Well, yeah, the knight's pinned, but I mean, I can castle out of that. I can just stick my king here. I might even just push here because he's not really threatening to take the knight. If he takes the knight, then knight takes knight and knight takes bishop. All is well. This hangs, but not right now because it's the only defender of that, okay? So I can't take it. But knight here, that's nice. Okay, well both knights defend each other, so he's welcome to whichever one he wants. I'm going to snatch the bishop. I'm not even thinking about that, I'm just going to snatch the bishop off. I have a hanging pawn here. I can even actually push there, and I might... Well, no, if he takes, then it doesn't work. But right now, that bishop's actually trapped. He's got nowhere to go. Okay. So it's one of the things that should always be in your pattern scanning thing. How many squares does this piece have? Trapping a piece is a sneaky way to gain material. We miss a lot of them just because you don't ask yourself the question. You know, how many squares does that piece have? That queen or whatever. Pieces can get trapped even seemingly out in the open. Really, really odd sometimes. Okay. It's like trying to record chess videos from a bloody zoo. Hello. Can you say hello to the boys and girls? This is little boy. They've all got homes now, haven't you? No way you're going. Okay, well, I just snatched the bishop. That's fine. That would be my next move. Can I defend the pawn? No. Is there any problem with capturing here or capturing here? No, I think I'll capture this one because then, in fact, if the rook takes, it's defended, isn't it? So what I really want to do is just start to use my rooks together now. Okay, so I'm going to capture here because if he takes that one, then b4 hangs. There you go. Right. There we go. Okay, well, there's no reason, no argument not to defend this pawn. This rook's staying behind Harry because Harry matters. Okay, what's his idea? He can't go there and he can't go there. He might want to go to this square. I think I'm going to allow him to do that. If he comes here with check, notice that this pawn is covering these two squares, so just need to be a bit careful, but I'm absolutely fine, safe as houses on the back rank. And now the only way he can stop me promoting, I think, is rook a1, rook e1 to block the pawn. But that ain't going to work because my knight's going to come round and dislodge him from one of these squares, you see. There you go, there he goes. Okay, off you go, Harry. Huh, well, we can do that. Now, if he puts his king here, this is very common, you know, a king and a rook ganging up on a passed pawn. But I'm going to get myself another rook. I think he has to take here. I'm going to stick my rook here. And maybe then come around here, which is also a common idea. Forcing the... Oh, what? I don't think that's very good. Yeah, we just trade off. I'm going to get a queen, and I'm going to win. As long as I don't stalemate my opponent. Okay, so how do we win? Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is identify all the squares where the king can't go, right? And these are they. So he can't go here and he can't go here, or there or there. That means all he's got is this. So if I stick my rook now on h3, back he comes. Then queen g2, rook h1 is checkmate. I do declare. I can even pre-move, probably. Oh, he resigned. Finally, he wants a rematch, shall we? Go on then. What are we going to play against him? Now, this is actually a proper rated game, so, okay, the Caro-Kann. Let's do it. Welcome. Oh, okay, so this one. This one, this one, this one. Alright, so it's f3 anyway. If takes, knight takes, and I've gambited one pawn for 3-on-1 piecewise. This is a 5-11 game. Okay, so double trouble. Now, we had this the other day. So I made a video on it, didn't I? Double defended pawn. We take, I think. So this is so weird because I researched it in the morning, did my study, made a video about it, and posted it, and then we had a Chess Bootcamp live session, and we decided that we'd all play against James. James is like 1860 rapid. James is a Caro-Kann player, and we got exactly this line, and then we actually got one of the precise lines that I did in the video that ended up in a royal fork. An absolute devastation in like 10 moves. Really, really weird. But the problem is, buggered if I can remember what the line is. I think... take and knight takes. I've got g4. g4 looks a bit funky though, a bit weird. I just can't remember the continuation. If bishop takes, looking at g2. I can't look at my study. That would be cheating. That's the problem. All right. I'm going to take the pawn. I'm capturing towards the centre, so it's principled. Bishop takes doesn't really work because knight takes bishop. And he's lost the bishop on a really open board. Okay, queen is looking at this, queen is looking at this. While we're at it, I'm just going to pull up my profile and we'll do a... Wow, I had 91.6 accuracy. Who wants to be friends? I always accept friend requests. 90 accurate. Wow. Hey, got 1850. Yee. That'll do me. That will do me. No mistakes. 3 inaccuracies. Okay, he has taken with a knight. This is to be expected. Queen out, we attack the bishop. Knight out, we're getting ready to castle. Kind of like that. I wish I could remember that. I wish I wasn't old and senile. I'm playing knight f3. Knight takes knight, b takes just doesn't improve things in any way for black. Black's got a really good knight there. Why swap it off? Bishop's looking at this pawn that's defended only by the queen. These are the facts I was talking about. Okay, if he takes there, I can recapture with a knight, putting my knight in the centre of the board. That's pretty cool. I'd like to castle my king. Another thought is bishop d3. If takes, but... See, I'm not concerned about that. I'll even take with the pawn, you know, so I'm going to castle. That means if I move my knight here, for example, I've got super pressure on c7, f7. My rook's looking down that way, my bishop's attacking it, my knight's attacking it. He's going to have to push e6. But then out comes my queen. You know, it's going to be murder. Absolute bloody murder. I think this move anyway makes a whole heap of sense. If I bring my bishop here and attack the queen, that's just going to prompt my opponent to play bishop e7. What's the point? I'd also like to line up a rook or a major piece. So maybe queen e2 with ideas of pushing here. Pawn cannot take. If I play queen e2 and he brings his bishop out to one of these squares, is that too slow? What about knight e5 now? I might even have ideas of sacking the exchange. Let's just improve, right? I'm castled. I'm in the middle game. Opponent still isn't. Look, look, look. Look at all these. 3 pieces that's still on the back rank that need to get out. And he's not castled. If he gets nervous and pushes f6 to hit my knight, that's just weakening. I'll probably just retreat. So if I take here and he takes here, ooh, I have bishop takes here with check, or knight takes, forking queen and rook. And that can't be a bad thing, eh? And my queen's going to fly out. So he did rematch. He wanted a rematch, and obviously he's hit review or analyze after the game because it came up, you see, on my profile immediately with the numbers on it, which shows that one of the players or somebody has run a report on that game. Wow! Okay, so he's not recaptured. So I can just retreat my rook, right? Or I can take here. If I take it there and he takes my rook. No, I think just bring the rook back, you know? Just bring the rook back. Knight is fine. Rook back to f1. Then if takes, he'd be a fool to trade queens. Oh! He did something that wasn't stupid. Okay, I'm just defending the pawn. I know I've blocked the f-file right now, but, you know, we've got two bishops on one bishop. So right now, again, like the previous game, I would be very happy to simplify, trade down. Okay, now, big issue for white is 4 pawn islands. You know, it's an archipelago. Bishop g3 is not a silly move at all. Queen g4 looks very sensible. So what I'm going, and also bishop here. These are all good. I like bishop here first. He might push this pawn and just be an annoyance. So let's play the queen out here, because then after this, he's then going to be forced to defend. Because pushing the pawn would be too slow, because he gets checkmated. So yeah, all the kittens are awake. So I'm kind of surprised that he's a Caro Khan player as well, because that first game he seemed maniac. In poker terms, a maniac is one of the kind of player personality profiles, where somebody who like bluffs far too much and entirely at the wrong times, you know. Just been studying a little bit of poker recently. Oh, Magnus plays poker. Yeah, we've got so much in common, me and Magnus. Aside from our sparkling personalities. You're both in the, you know, top 5% of chess players. Come on. You want to poke it with a stick. Do something. No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead. Made a video called that years ago, a couple of years ago. Think my guys can handle one little girl. No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead. Oh. Yeah, you're in a world of pain. The big difference is, in this game, I'm the one with the messed up pawns, but I am a whole piece up. I was very pleased with that sacking idea, though. Okay, I think I can afford to do this, because this is too slow, because he gets checkmated. Checkmated on h7. So you can't attack the pawn, and then I get to push c4, and lo and behold, I have myself a triangle of solidity. Now, I can't do that now because of this issue. Oh no, my queen. I'm not going to sack anything, am I? Do I just come back here? Now, that does hang the pawn, but pawns schmawns, that's what I always say. Pawns schmawns. Do I want to come like here? So now it's about the dark squares, you know. So I'd like to bishop here. So I'm thinking queen here. That's the quickest way, isn't it? Queen here, bishop there. But then I can't come in with his. That's annoying. That is annoying. So what do we do? Bishop. Okay, well, I can have that pawn. And what's more, ta-da, a discovered defense. Chalk that one up on your bingo, your chess tactics bingo card. No. That. Oh! Well, somebody wasn't watching their back, were they? Hunty, you should be ashamed of yourself. You see, it's the moves. What did I take over that move? 9 seconds, right? And blundered a piece. It's always the same, isn't it? Always the bloody same. Right. Now you got me angry. So, this rook can't move. So we put it in light blue, right? Rook can't move because it has to defend here. Oh, Jesus wept. Fortunately, I have this. This rook still can't move because of this. Right. We are in an equal position. We've given back the bishop. And I will not lose. Okay, I think I'm going to have to trade off here. Here. Double up the rook somehow. Hang on. How do we... In fact, if queen takes, that forces the queens off the board. And then we're in a pickle. Because we've got weak pawns. Okay, queen takes, like king takes. This pawn falls. I'm going to go down a pawn. Bugger it. I don't really want to play king h1 because in an ending, takes. If I take and take, then his rook's looking at 2 undefended pawns, so I don't even want that. Yeah, I'm going to want my king towards the centre of the board. I think I recapture with the rook so that my rook defends c2. So if takes, rook takes here, this one at least is defended. Okay, he's not... Hey, that was a mistake. Oh, no it wasn't. Bloody hell. Okay, now he's going to have to take, because now I can have queen takes f7, and even a perpetual if I needed it. Two pawns. Yeah, he had to do that. Now, rook a f1, attacking f7 again. I'm assuming he's going to take the pawn. Okay, so he's 1 pawn up. My king has 2, and I've got 3 loose ones. That's not good. His king has 4 and 2 connected. So this is probably like +3 in black's favour right now. Okay, I think I need to do this. I need to have a poke at it. He can't push the pawn, because I can either capture it here or capture en passant if he plays f5. And that will get rid of one of my loose pawns and mess up his. So he's got to defend with a rook. So one of these 2 moves. There we go. So I have to come back and defend this, I think. And I'm going to try and get that pawn as far up the board as I can. He can now double up against this pawn, though. You see what happens? It just takes a momentary lapse of concentration. I was just celebrating. thrashing this guy. Okay, no. Do you know? I'm going to resign it. I'm going to. It's unwinnable, pretty much. Am I? It's also an increment game. Okay, I'm 2 pawns down. That is defended. Everything's defended. It's just resignable. Let's see if he wants a. Let's see if he wants a rematch. Yeah, there you go. 3.5, 3.6 in Black's favour. There really is no way out of this. No way out of this at all. No, he's not interested. Anyway, so good lesson there. Good lesson. Quick look at the game review. And we'll see that we were in a very dominant position. And we had a brilliant move as well. You know, that rook sack, that was a brilliant move. Okay? And then I was completely dominant, +4. And capturing the pawn was a mistake. Now I'm still doing okay here, but Queen F2 is a blunder. There was a better move, hang on. Moving the king, and then he takes anyway. And we're actually equal. Bishop h6. His bishop now has to stop my queen from coming into this square. And we're doing okay. 4, 6 pawns, 6 pawns. And he's got this kind of permanent weakness. Interesting. But yeah, trading the queen... This was just wrong. And then bishop h6, that's now a mistake. And he has this. And I just, yeah, it all slips through my fingers at that point. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so what went wrong? I just didn't look before I leapt, you know? I thought, oh, free stuff. Here. Yeah, and you've always got to look for checks on both sides. And I just didn't. So there you go. There you go. Okay. So, back to the drawing board. What am I? He's knocked me down under 1400 now, is he? 1395. Bugger it. Anyway, we'll keep going. Right? It's just a game. It's for fun. Thanks for watching. See you later.